got a secret underneath. Yeah, she's this naughty little freak. She likes to put on a show. She likes when it takes control.
The rookie class arrives in Green Bay today, the eve of this weekend's minicamp, where they will don the green and gold for the first time.
Our first chance to really get our hands on these players and start to learn who they are as people and who they are as football players, us pushing them, teaching them our systems, and then try to unleash that talent to go out and play games.
No spot got more of a makeover on draft weekend than the safety position, leaving this new defense with plenty of candidates for Xavier McKinney's running mate. That list includes second-rounder Javon Bullard, the latest defensive standout from the vaunted Georgia program.
And picked! Bullard has it!
Add in a versatile piece in the physical Evan Williams from Oregon.
He got run over. Evan Williams again.
And finally, there's the 6'2 Katan Oladapo, a team captain with loads of experience.
Broken up. Great coverage.
We're going to throw those guys into the mix, and the best players will play. You know, we're excited about the other guys. You know, just the secondary in general, even the guys coming back. I mean, competition is always going to bring out the best in everybody.
Backing up again. Taken down again.
You know, it doesn't matter necessarily whether you're a second-round pick or you're a UDFA. I mean, our job is to find the best players who go out there and compete at a high level, and everybody's going to get an opportunity.
And a good tackle. Man, he's all over the field.
It's a really good group back there. You got some, you know, a mix of some vets, a mix of young. We're excited to see what it's going to look like and where it's going to go. At the end of the day, they got to show up and play. And everybody loves them today, but we feel pretty good about them doing that.
Different. It's been good. Just being able to be in the NFL and, you know, lifelong dream come true. You know, being, you know, coached by Coach today, it was pretty cool.
You mentioned comparisons to Josh Jacobs as far as build and size. Do you think your skill sets are similar, or who would you say your skill sets kind of?
I feel like everyone has their own skill sets. I feel like I have my own skill sets as well. He has his own skill sets. We're all different, you know, in special ways. So I feel like for me, just being able to get in and out of my cuts, explosiveness, I feel like that's what is my part.
Kind of random, but you wore 0 in college. That's kind of a new thing in football. Did you try to get 0 here, or no?
I didn't try. I was told that I could get, you know, after the preseason I get a different number. That was the first thing that was said to me. But I don't really care what I get. I just want to play.
Hey, Marshawn, what have kind of the last 24 hours been like, just getting here and now wearing the Packers gear, being in the facility? Kind of just walk us through all that.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Well, first of all, it's been lots of studying. We've, you know, pushed right into it. It's been pretty cool just learning the playbook and getting able to, you know, execute it today at practice. It's pretty cool, but today just getting acclimated to everything. I've been in 2 different places. I've been in South Carolina. I've been at Southern California, so the change is easy to me. I traveled 2 hours for high school, so change is nothing new to me, and I feel like it helped me to this position where I'm at right now.
What sets you apart from other running backs in this draft and in this league?
Honestly, I feel like just being able to be used in any way possible. I mean, I could be used, you know, on special teams. I could be used on, you know, third down. I could be used anywhere, really. I could be used on kickoff return. So I feel like that's a thing. Just being able to, you know, like I said, have that shiftiness and have that quickness and that explosion. That's something that I feel like that sets me different.
I saw your highlight reel in the runs, obviously running backs have great ones, but some of the catches I saw,
Yes.
is that a real point of emphasis for you in differentiating yourself?
Yes, definitely. Catching is everything. The more you can do, the better, especially running back. The more you can do, the market's changing. With running backs, it's a pass-first league. So the more you can do, catch the ball at the backfield, the more they can move you out to slot, the better it is for not only the team but for you as well.
Marshall, there's a couple of other Pac-12 guys in the locker room now. Have you been tackled by any of your now teammates?
Nah. I haven't been tackled by them. I played in the SEC as well. He probably say he tackled me, but I don't remember. But other than that, it's been special to be able to be around a lot of people that you watch play on the weekend. It's been pretty cool to finally be on the same team with them.
You played with Caleb Williams last year at USC. Obviously, you said that you're going to stay friends with him. But you guys actually go way, way back.
Yes.
How far back?
So we played against each other in Little League. We were rivals in high school. We played together in college, and then we're rivals again. So that's special.
So who won more of those head-to-head matchups?
I did. He won. There's one thing that, have you ever seen Caleb's highlight video, and he has like a championship where he threw the ball like the last 4 seconds left in the game? That's the only thing he got on me. Other than that, I feel like the math is over against Zach 100%.
And you're aware that the Packer-Bear rivalry is pretty lopsided.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been like a rivalry forever with me and Caleb, so it's pretty cool to be able to continue the tradition on.
Has there been any smack talk since you guys both got drafted?
Well, not really smack talk. He said he'll see me when we play each other. So when he texts me, but we'll see how that play out.
Have any of the guys in the running back room currently here reached out to you, and just kind of what have those conversations been like?
Yes, AJ Dillon. I've been following each other. AJ Dillon since I was in high school. So he texted me. I know Jordan Love texted me when I got drafted. So it was just pretty cool hearing from them. Watching AJ Dillon. When he was at Boston College, and being able to follow him and talk to him here and there. So when I got drafted, he was one of the ones.
What excites you about this offense?
Everything. We're a young offense. We're young, and we did so good. We were one of the youngest teams last year that were able to go as far as they did, and we're a year older. The teams are a year older. We got a couple more young guys coming up, so I think we have a chance to be special for quite some time.
I noticed you're saying we. How good does that feel?
It feels good. It feels good. Definitely hearing being in this position, and it's a blessing.
How much does it excite you just knowing the expectations that this team has going into this next season because of what they accomplished last season?
Yes, honestly I was not expecting to be here. I would definitely not. And when I got the call, the first thing I thought of was Super Bowl. And I'm like, this is insane. Just seeing exactly what they did last year and how great the team has been. Just from the change and everything. I think this team is upwards, going up for sure.
Just to kind of feel out wherever everything is?
Yeah, just get my feet wet and meet some of the people here. I'm really enjoying it for sure, and I'm really excited to finish it out.
So there are team goals, there are individual goals. I know you might want to keep a lot of that private, but what would make a successful rookie season for you?
Just being a contributor any way that I can, doing what the group needs of me, and hoping this program wins some games.
What does it feel to finally be here?
It's amazing, It's crazy being in the NFL right now and being a Packer, but I love it. I really do.
What was yesterday like for you?
It was a whirlwind, getting up early, coming here, but it wasn't hard staying awake, all the facilities and everything. It was really great being here.
What impressed you the most about Lambeau Field in this area?
I think just the people here, That was one thing that, I loved about my school and my area, and it feels like I'm right back at home here.
You got just a couple days here with the rookie mini camp. What do you want to accomplish over these couple days?
Yeah, just getting to know everyone in the staff, learning some of my teammates and all that, and just learning the playbook and really just getting my feet wet in this whole area.
What went into your career at Duke in terms of the durability, being able to start, 57 games, was it?
Yes, sir.
Preparation that goes into it?
Yeah, it was really just, taking care of your body. This is your investment, and I had to be a pro early on. That's one thing I learned, and that's hopefully something that I can help, bring to this locker room as well, not having any dead weight around.
So what's the goal for this weekend for you?
Yeah, just getting to know everyone, really. Learning my teammates, learning the playbook, and just learning how the Green Bay way is.
I'm sure it's not the whole playbook, obviously, but how do you learn a playbook that you probably have hours to learn what you're going to go executing here shortly? How do you handle that?
I mean, it's a task at hand. You just got to get it done.
What excites you about being a Green Bay Packer?
Just the history here, just walking the halls and, seeing the Lombardi trophies, and seeing Lambeau Field, the rich history that's here, I love it.
Have you had a chance to talk with any of the vets?
A couple of them, yes.
Who have you been able to talk to?
Elton Jenkins a little bit, Jordan Love. That's pretty much it so far. And Lucas Van Ness. Yeah.
What were some of the things that they said to you?
Just congrats, now the real work starts.
Hey, Evan, what's it like just wearing this Packers gear and being here and just kind of what the last 24 hours have been like?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a blessing, I am somebody that, whenever I'm in an extreme high or low, in a feeling, I like to, just like sit in that moment and try to be grateful. So this is, definitely walking in this building was definitely an extreme high. You're kind of looking around, looking at all the rings, right, looking at all the championships, and just the culture that's, being created here. And it's an honor to be a part of something like that. And, I've definitely had time just the past day to just, sit down and, be grateful for where I'm at. And, now that I've done that, I'm just ready to, help this team win a Super Bowl.
What have you guys done so far? Can you just kind of take us through, what this is all about?
Yeah, so far, no real practice yet. We've done a lot of meetings, a few walkthroughs, kind of just getting the swing of things. Haven't put, too much into the install. They don't want us to be, mentally bogged down. Just keeping it, a light playbook so we can, we have practice later today. So when we go out and we could just play fast is what they want to see from us. Guys flying around, giving full effort. And so hasn't been too much so far, but looking forward to this afternoon for sure.
Knowing what we have and what we want to improve on defense and have a good feeling, we ready to go handle some things and just go from there.
I'm sorry if you're asked this, but what was the first moment that it really felt real?
It still didn't hit me yet. It's crazy. Just, growing up, I knew I was going to be in a good spot, but just being at the highest level right now and at this point in my time, it's amazing.
What was this week like before you got here, from the time the draft ended till you got here? Who were you with? Where were you?
No, just hanging out with my family, just getting everybody together and just telling them, this is what we worked hard for, and this is what I got y'all for, and this is what we're going to do.
Have you had any conversations with Jeff Hafley yet?
No, I haven't.
So what's the goal for this week, or these 2 days, I should say?
Just learn as much as I can, or short amount I can, and prepare myself. I made a promise to myself. We're going to go 110% every day, and just try to wait for them Sunday nights.
You mentioned being an outdoors kind of guy. You came into a pretty good place.
Yeah, that's another thing that came with it. It's a lot of good fishing and hunting around here, so it's another thing I can add to my plate.
You're also a dog person, correct?
Yes.
In a big way? 6 dogs, is
that
right?
Yes.
What kind of dogs?
I got 3 Frenchies and 3 Cane Corsos, but people know them by Cane Corsos. I breed them. Those are my buddies. That's something I do outside of football, something I love doing.
You consider yourself a dog on the football field?
Oh, yeah, 100%. That translates from doing the dog business. I got them big dogs, so when I step on the field, it's going down.
Are the dogs here?
Not yet?
No, not yet. I got to get settled in first.
We have 4 dogs, and it's crazy to get home, and it's just like mayhem.
Yeah.
What's it like to get home to 6?
Oh, it gets bad at some times, but it's more preparing myself. Just as preparing yourself for the field. I have everything set up to where it's easy for me, and just that's what it is.
What's your favorite fishing and hunting stuff?
Bass fishing and hunting. I like to go hog hunting. That's my go-tos.
If you go back several years, did you always see linebacker as your path, and how hard was it for you to give up a running back?
With me, it was either or, but I like to hit people. I like to punish people, so I knew linebacker is where I wanted to be at.
You can theoretically do that as a running back too.
Yeah.
Was that a tough sell? I mean,
yeah, it is, but it's just a different. It's just a different feeling, seeing something, go chase the ball down, and making an impact on the play.
How grateful are you for that move now, and it's going all into linebacker?
Very grateful. Both of my older brothers played linebacker, so also I get bragging rights too, so we can go from there. And that's a great feeling to have.
How long did it take for you to know that you made the right decision there?
It really was just throughout the process. Good things happen over and over, and I'm just reminding myself. I'm glad I put myself in the position. I'm glad I came here.
You were the who first suggested that you do that full time? Was it your idea, or where that?
It was my high school coach. He started slowing me down on playing running back, and I just wherever was in my way, wherever obstacle I had, and whatever I had to do, that's what I did.
Again, sorry if you've been asked this, but your Quay, how much have you had communication with him?
Just a little bit, just chatting with each other, just getting a feel for each other. So when he come here, we could, communicate, and I follow his steps, and we get on the same page and rock and roll.
Do you think you could learn something from him, like outside of football? He had a big change from year 1 to 2, kind of his personality as far as trying to, does the meditation, is that something you'll kind of pick his brain?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Just learning how to be a pro. I feel like he's already adapted to how things are running around here, and I feel like I'm able to use him as a source to know what the right thing to do to be the best on the field.
Watch his film at all?
Nah, I haven't.
You were the first linebacker drafted. Does that kind of stuff matter to you?
It matters, but I feel like after that, draft day, you're in the same shoes that everybody else, no matter what round you got picked or wherever. So, I'm just putting myself in the same shoes that everybody else and just fighting to get a job.
Keelan, what has it been like just getting here, getting the gear on, and then seeing everything? And
yeah, it's been great. Like, first of all, I'm happy to be here, happy to be in this organization, and just taking the field and learning from the coaches that I'll be learning from over the next couple of years is just amazing. Like, just having this opportunity to keep playing football and keep doing the thing that I love. So I'm enjoying it so far.
Keelan, you're quite emotional on the call with us. How are you feeling in that moment versus now?
In that moment, I feel like it was a lot going through my head. Like, I feel like the drive, that was the longest 3 days of my life, the most stressful 3 days of my life, the most emotional 3 days of my life. I've been through every emotion throughout draft weekend. So now, I'm good. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm going to be at. So I'm level-headed now, and I'm just ready to work.
Does that fire you up and fuel you up a little bit?
For sure. I feel like it definitely put a chip on my shoulder, a permanent chip. So I feel like I'll never forget that feeling. And I feel like that's only going to make me go harder and just keep me going forward.
How do you spend draft day? I mean, obviously it's a long day, especially on Saturday. How do you pass the time?
How did I pass the time? I was just watching it. Like, that was really the only thing I could do to pass time. I was with my family, and I was just watching it all day. The whole 3 days, I watched it all the way through. So
there's no really turning it off and stepping away or anything like that? You're just...
No, I never turned it off, but I definitely, stepped away for a little minute, got my composure and stuff, but I didn't turn it off at all.
When was that you needed to kind of gather yourself?
It was a various different times throughout the drive, so it wasn't really a set point. It was a couple of times where I did that.
How many times have you intercepted Sean Clifford in practice before?
I don't even know. I don't have a specific number for you, but Sean is my guy. I'm happy to be here with him, happy to be competing with him, happy to be competing against him again, having an opportunity, and happy to be his teammate again for sure.
You talked about a chip on your shoulder. What do you think that NFL teams didn't see in you that they should have?
I don't know how to answer that. I don't know exactly what they didn't see. All I know is I know that Green Bay seen something in me, and I'm happy that they seen what they seen in me, took an opportunity on me, and took a chance on me. So I can only speak for what Green Bay seen. So I'm glad they took a chance, and I'm happy to be here.
When you walk into Lambeau Field, what's that emotion like seeing a historic stadium like this?
Oh man, it's great. I'm not gonna lie, Lambeau Field might be the best stadium, NFL stadium I've seen in my life. I never knew how it looked, but now that I've seen it, it's crazy. I didn't know it looked like that. It's nice for sure.
Keelan, I was told that you wore number 2 in youth football and in high school because you wanted to be like Charles Woodson. What is it like for you being here now in an organization that you played for so long?
Man, it's great. I feel like a lot of things just come back around full circle, and that's just one of the things where I feel like Charles Woodson is my favorite cornerback ever. And just to have the opportunity to play on the same team that he played for is amazing. Just a full circle moment, and I'm really just ready to get going. Yeah.
Have you had a chance to meet Carrington Valentine yet?
No, not yet, but I text him over the phone after I got drafted. I text a couple guys from the team. They hit me up. So Carrington was somebody who I already knew, and we already had like a mutual relationship. So now that we're on the same team, I definitely look forward to building that bond with him.
I'm just wondering what you think. He's a 7th round guy. Comes in at cornerback and ends up playing quite a bit as a rookie and everything. Like what do you think of kind of what he's done and maybe what that means?
It shows that it doesn't really matter where you get drafted. Like, he's another guy who went 7th round just like me. So, and he started multiple games last year, close to like double-digit games last year, and that just shows how the round you get picked up in doesn't really matter. It matters what you do when you get here. So that's what I'm focused on.
Does that give you, I don't know if hope's the right word, relief, but when you go through this long process, but you see that, okay, there's a guy a year ago, same team, same round, same position, that went on and made something out of that situation. What does that do for you?
I mean, I feel like it adds to my situation. Like, it shows that it can be done. So I already knew, like, me coming in here, I got plans on, being a Green Bay Packer, making plays for this team, making plays for this organization. So just seeing his journey and the way he approached it just makes me believe, like, it can happen. So, yeah.
How do you think you can make the best possible impression on this coaching staff? What's it going to take for you?
I feel like just approaching every day like a pro, taking coaching, asking as many questions as possible, learning from the veterans, and when I get my opportunity, just maximizing it and being accountable and being dependable, really. That's it.
Keelan, how do you think your time at Penn State and just playing in the Big Ten prepared you for what you will face in the NFL?
Yeah, I feel like Penn State definitely prepared me well for the NFL. The way we approach things at Penn State, from coming 10 minutes early to meetings to the way we practice. We practice for a long time at Penn State. So just everything. Like, I feel like Penn State definitely built the character and, just the way to approach the game of football. So I feel like it helped for sure.
Was there a moment where it hit you that you were a Green Bay Packer?
Where it hit me? Honestly, yeah, it hit me right when I got the call. Like, cause I was waiting for a long time. So when I finally got the call, it was just a bunch of emotions that just went into that. And then me actually coming out here, doing this rookie mini camp, going through it, getting coached by the coaches and all that, that's when it really hit me. So, yeah.
By the time you got that call, did you start to think it might not happen? Were you starting to think, okay, free agency, look at spots, or were you kind of still holding out that hope?
I mean, of course I was holding out the hope till the last moment. Like I was saying, I was watching it the whole time. I didn't turn it off once. So I was hoping, I kept hope. But it definitely did cross my mind that I wasn't going to get drafted for sure.
Keelan, you're from the Detroit area,
yes.
Right? How special is it that you will get the opportunity to play back at home, conference play, and maybe have a bunch of family come out and be able to see you?
It's very special. Like, me, knowing that I'm in the same division as where I grew up, a team where I grew up at, just knowing I can go compete against those guys in Detroit where I grew up. I got a lot of family there, so that's definitely going to be a big moment for me, for a lot of family to come out, watch the game and things of that nature. So
you got a guy in this locker room too, in Jayden Reed, who was immediately said this guy is not a 7th rounder and was vouching for you, and you got a guy in Sauce Gardner who I think you know from growing up. How much did that mean to you to get that support from them and just?
It meant a lot. Like, just those are two guys who I competed with and against throughout my career playing football. Like, me and Jayden Reed, we played each other 2 years ago, and we played each other twice, 2 years ago and 3 years ago. So we always been going at it. When he was at Michigan State, he was a real good player there. And Sauce Gardner, we played them in high school in the city championship game. So just having the opportunity to compete with those guys, I feel like they know the type of player that I am, and they know what to expect from me. So those are definitely encouraging words for sure.
You put up some really good film in your career. I mean, you had a hell of a 2022, right? A year ago, what were you kind of thinking this would look like when you got into the draft? And do you feel like you need to get back to wherever that was?
Yeah, of course. Like, the way I approach my game is like I'm constantly working to become better and better than what I previously was. So I'm always looking to improve my game. I'm always looking to get better in certain areas, and I'm always looking to take that next step. So that was something that's been on my mind since I first started playing football. So not really just this year or last year. Like I think of like that every year. So yeah.
Jayden Reed kind of predicted this in January. Just how cool is it to kind of see it come full circle?
Yeah, that's crazy. It actually is crazy because I remember he had dropped like a highlight video, and then I commented on it, and then he said something about like, we gonna get you, watch, and I was like, just tell him come get me. So it's crazy how that all like unfolded and happened. So I feel like everything happens for a reason though. So I'm glad to be here.
What excites you about this defense?
Man, just the players that I know that are on this defense, like I know the tenacity they play with. I watch a lot of the games. I watch a lot of football, so I know a lot of players on the defense before I was even here. So just me watching a lot of football and seeing the way they do things, I feel like Jeff Hafley definitely is a very good coach who knows what to do with the defense, and I feel like I'm in a great spot. So.
Did you grow up a Lions fan?
Honestly, no. Cause it was hard to grow up a Lions fan. it was definitely hard because like they didn't do too much winning. They're very good now, but growing up, man, I like Calvin Johnson though, and Darius Slay when he was on the Lions. But it wasn't too much to like about the Lions back then.
Did you dream about being Calvin Johnson or covering Calvin Johnson growing up?
Did I dream about defending him? I mean, I knew by the time I was in the NFL, I wouldn't have that chance. So I already knew. Like I didn't dream about guarding him because I knew that wouldn't happen. But
although he retired young.
Yeah, he did. But I feel like it wouldn't happen.
Kalen, have you had the opportunity to connect with any of the other corners in the room yet, or any guys?
Yeah, so I reached out to a couple guys, like I said before, Carrington Valentine. I reached out to him. I reached out to Jair. And that's really about it. I talked to Benny Snell a little bit. Those just a couple of the DBs who I just tried to get, cool with, closer with. Jair is a guy who I plan to become real close with because I grew up watching his film, studying him. He was somebody who, like when I was in college, I was always turn on his tape and just try to mimic things and add things from his game to my game. So that's definitely somebody who I plan on becoming real close with when I get a chance to finally meet him. So,
what do you like about his game?
I feel like he's just like me. Like we're not the biggest corners, but we play much bigger than what we appear. And he just got that killer mindset, tenacity. He just approached everything like a dog. Really, he's just a dog. That's why I like dogs, and he's a dog. So that's it.
Not a cat person.
Not at all. Not at all.
Are you a dog?
For sure.
How much pride do you take with Georgia, just what you guys have accomplished there? I think for Green Bay's standpoint, it's 4 Bulldogs in 4 years. Before that, it had been like 60 that they'd had that many. As far as what you guys have turned out into the league the last 5-6 years, how much pride do you take in that?
It's huge, man. We would take a tremendous amount of pride in that. I mean, you look at that 2021 defense, I think everybody that played on there is in the league right now. And and you got guys coming up now, like, myself, Kamari Lassiter, Tyke, like, we take Georgia to a whole different level, man. Like, and it's not just to be arrogant or cocky, it's just like we take pride in it. We take pride in what we do, we take pride in how we play, and it's gonna continue to be that way, even at this level.
What's it like to go from a college program that's so renowned for success, and going into the draft, you could go to a team that's 1-16 the year before, but you go a place that also has had a history of winning and is on an ascending track as well. What's it like to get to land there when there's 32 options?
I mean, even if you didn't land in a situation as pleasant as I did, man, you make the most of it. You go in there and you try to change things. That's the goal that you try to do. That's the goal that we set for ourselves, and we hold ourselves accountable to that. I know it's a standard here. It was a standard where I came from, and really just continuing that standard, man, and building on that standard.
Well, I'm sorry if you've been asked this already, but have you had the chance to connect with any of the Georgia guys that are currently in the locker room yet?
I have. We all in the group chat. I got their number, and they called me after the draft, man, just congratulating me and things like that.
As a Georgia boy, what are your first impressions of Green Bay?
It's low-key similar to Athens, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's kind of give you like a college town vibe, I ain't really got to explore yet, but, when I get back up here, I'm definitely gonna take a tour around the city.
Did Jordan contact you after you got drafted?
He did, man. He did. He reached out to me just telling me congratulations, excited to work with me, and the same here, same thing, vice versa, man. I'm excited to go up against him every day for sure.
Did that surprise you a little bit?
I don't really know. I don't really know him like that, so, you know, I don't really know his personality, but having QB1 reach out to you, hit your phone, you know what I mean, it's huge. I don't take that lightly, man, just the fact that he actually reached out because he didn't have to do that. So I just hats off to him for that. I respect him for that just alone.
How aware are you of his story? First-round pick, sits 3 years behind a Hall of Famer, and breaks out last year. Is that something that you followed at all?
So I didn't really follow the story, but I've heard about it. I mean, we went over it a couple of times when I was on Zooms with, you know what I'm saying, with the Packers and things like that. But it's just testimony, man, that hard work don't never fail, man. You keep your head down. God's timing is everything, you know, and you really, they say if you want to make the Lord laugh, just tell him your plans. I'm pretty sure he didn't plan for that to happen, but like I said, God's timing is always the best time.
So far in terms of anything play-wise, book-wise, playbook-wise, anything.
Yeah, so, I mean, they give me, like, iPads and stuff, and, I mean, I've studied a lot of the plays that they gave me, and it's all easy to pick up, really easy and understandable, so I feel like I could pick that up easily and be able to be on the field early.
Matt said that his intention is to give you a first stop at left tackle. That's something that you embrace and you're looking forward to starting off there.
Yeah, I mean, I was out there today at left tackle. I'm trying to show that I'm a true left tackle and show that I'll be out there on the edge and protect the quarterback.
It's all you've ever played, right?
Yeah.
So how much does, you know, the knock or the short arms, right? It's not like you can't. It's not like you might be a guard, not like you're a back. You're on the line somewhere.
Yeah.
But how much does it still kind of piss you off? That's all you've ever played is left tackle. You don't think I can play left tackle?
Yeah, I mean, I get that a lot, the short arm stuff. It's like, obviously, having watched film, I mean, I use them pretty well. I move people off the ball. I pass it really well. I protect the quarterback. I mean, see the stats. And, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm just prove everybody wrong.
Why have you been able to overcome that? Is there a way that you figured out the play where that's just not important in your game?
I just didn't care about arm length. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really think it was a big deal coming into college and hearing about it. I mean, they put me at left tackle. They thought I was a great left tackle, and sure enough, it was.
Everybody says they don't have expectations going into the draft, but did you have any idea where you'd be drafted?
I had an idea. My agents told me late first, early second, and I was kind of thinking about probably early second, just because the O-line stuff was so packed. I mean, it was the whole class was like, I don't even know how many, but there's a lot of bigger dudes, taller dudes, longer arms, and all that. So I was expecting second, and I mean, it was pretty shocked when I got the call.
What about pre-draft contact with the Packers?
Yeah, so I've had a couple of Zooms with them, talked to them on the phone. I didn't do a 30 visit.
Were you able to block out the outside chatter, like outside noise as part after you're drafted? Did you look at anything, you know, where people thought of you being picked first round, good or bad? Were you able to ignore that, or did you pay attention to use motivation?
I mean, some of it I use as motivation. Other half, I mean, it's easy for me to just block things out. I mean, I don't usually be on social media a lot, so I'll just check it out and take it off and just go about my day.
With your ACL injury and coming back last year, did it mean extra that you were able to put yourself in that first round? Was it bittersweet for you?
Yeah, I mean, it meant so much. I put everything into that recovery process, and I mean, got out in 9 months, got to play in 9 months, and a lot of people couldn't really do that, so I felt really good about that and showing everybody that I was resilient and I was able to get back quick and get back to the team.
What was your mindset attacking the recovery for that?
I mean, just put my head down, just focused. I mean, I did it like 3 times a day, recovery. I was going in the training room, going on the field with the team, running on the sideline, just trying to do everything I could to get back.
How did the injury happen?
How?
Yeah.
It was just like a freak accident. I mean, non-contact, going out for a screen, stepped on like a pothole and just.
On the practice field?
Nah, UCLA.
When did you know it was an ACL? Did you know right away? Or?
Nah, I never had anything like that. So the next day after the MRI, they told me.
Well, that's got to be pretty scary. You talked about you're thinking NFL then, right?
Yeah.
So was that a pretty scary?
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't really know a lot about the ACL stuff and like how long the process took. So when they told me, I was like, oh, probably a couple months. And they're like, yeah, it's probably like more than a year before you can step back on the field. And that's when all the thoughts started flooding in, and it was all bad from there, but shook it off.
Broke my toe at the combine and had surgery on it a couple weeks ago. So I'm in the boot, and then hopefully we get by camp in August.
Big toe?
Big toe, yep.
You ever dealt with any injuries like that?
Not with my toe.
How did it happen?
During the W drill, everyone was tripping on that turf, at the combine, and just messed it up, playing it real weird. Side of my cleat kind of ripped, and then my toe just got really swollen after.
What was your reaction like? Are you kidding me?
I was like, yeah, really, it was the third drill, the combine. I did the vert and the 40, but I just wanted to put on a good show, for all the teams there. It was devastating, but you got to get through it. And then I did power through it and did my pro day, and then just figured out it was more than just turf toe.
Did it get affected the pro day quite a bit?
Oh yeah, but teams knew I was battling through injury, so I went out there and did the best I can.
So did you have the surgery before the draft or after the draft?
Before the draft, a week before the draft, I had surgery.
So what's the time frame? Do you have a time frame yet?
August, hopefully training camp.
Okay.
Good to go, yeah.
Cool.
So it's not quite the way you wanted your NFL career to start today.
No, but getting in the playbook with the coaches and all the coaches, they have faith in me, and they just tell me to lock in and just be ready when my opportunity comes.
Yeah, ultimately it's no big deal, right? You play enough football.
Yeah.
You'll learn. You'll be fine, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Not many guys would run after they got hurt. Why did you do that? At pro day, you risked a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's true. But that's just the kind of guy I am. I just want to put everything out there, and maybe I won't be 100%, for all our games, but still gonna, put my best foot out there and leave everything on the field.
I mean more for your timing and for what you timed and how you might get drafted. You still took a chance. You just felt like you wanted to compete.
Yeah. At pro day, I just did position drills at pro day, so I just had to muscle through for those. So I thought it wasn't too much. Yeah.
What's it like to join this organization, a really young team, but also a team with great expectations despite a lot of youth?
It's great. I was a Packer fan growing up. And I think there's our ceiling is so high. We just have to be consistent and just keep going, because I think we have a great plan. Coach has a great plan, and all these guys are locked in. And I'm just trying to get in here, get my routine, and follow the path and do as much as I can to help the team.
Just the fact that there's not really any guys that are going to be in this locker room that were back then when you were growing up watching the Packers that are still here, does that kind of reiterate how young this team is?
Yeah, that's true. Luke Musgrave is a year younger than me, but he's my senior on this team, so that's cool. But it's cool to have a fellow Beav on the team. I think guys just want to compete. Go out there, compete with each other, and iron sharp as iron. So I think everyone just wants to go out there and win.
So how and why were you a Packer fan?
I loved Aaron Rodgers growing up. I did like Brett Favre, Jordy Nelson, Clay Matthews. It was a fun. I was 84, so I did like Sterling Sharp when I was little. Yeah.
We were talking to Evan a little bit about the fact that you're a Beaver, he's a Duck, and obviously you guys are all getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But how is it getting to know all these rookies, knowing you have completely different backgrounds?
It's fun. It's fun. Meeting all these guys from different places, and yeah, I think honestly not until I got like a media interview after I didn't realize it was green and yellow, and I was a B. But I guess I look good in everything. But it's fun. Me and Evan were teammates at the Senior Bowl, so we've been I was teammates with Lloyd as well. So I know some of these guys and met some of these guys at the combine. But it's always fun to meet new guys from different backgrounds and different ways you could just bond on things.
You expect some jawing between you two in the NFL season?
Honestly, it's everyone else pointing it out. I don't think we pointed it out once, but no, Evan, that's my dog. We'll compete against each other and make each other better.
Is there anything additional from a preparation standpoint that you'll have to do with the injury since you're not getting the field reps?
Yeah, so just staying in the training room, getting this falling down, trying to get my range of motion back, and then just staying locked in, mental reps on the sideline, and then I'm meeting with, coaches after, making sure I know the game plan and the adjustments for practice.
Then did you tackle Lloyd at all in one of those games?
I did not. So he when we played USC in 2022, he was not there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
obviously going into the draft, the big talk is Packers probably going to go safety. Like, safety was an area of priority. Hearing that, knowing that you're safety drafted by the Packers, is that a pretty great fit that there is such good opportunity at that position for you?
Yeah, for sure. Coach Matt was talking about just competition within the room, and then Coach Hafley just about there's real opportunity for some of us to get out there and get some significant snaps. So we're all hungry, and we all want to go out there and make some plays. So. And just looking forward to that.
What was the first moment where you really felt like, oh, I'm in the NFL?
When I got on the plane, I flew to Minnesota, and I flew here. I was like, oh, so this is for real. Like, we finna get to it.
Get used to that. There's no direct flight here.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. It's hard to get out here.
So what is the first couple days been? Just walk us through what you've done since you've been here.
We got here yesterday. We did like physicals, getting fitted for helmets and clothes and things. And then today we just got finished with a walkthrough, been mean going over the plays and just trying to get used to the offense and learn the language and stuff like that.
Is it even possible to really digest that quick, or has you got a little bit of something? Or?
Yeah, I think it is. It's possible to digest it, but you're not going to digest everything. So you just got to pick and choose what you're going to learn and the stuff that you got to keep adding on to.
Travis, what was the anticipation like before getting here, from when you got drafted to just getting ready to make that move now to the NFL?
Really, for me, I just I like to work out, so I just started just working out, trying to not really think about it, just work out, get here, and get to work with these guys and be in the building with all the coaches and stuff, just really just preparing so I'm ready for the moment.
How you feeling?
I'm doing well. It's good to be here, good to meet all the guys, get back to football, so I'm excited.
What was the first moment that it really hit you that you're a Green Bay Packer?
I think walking in the locker room was kind of like the first all right, we're here moment, and kind of seeing my name on the locker and getting to meet all the guys was definitely the big moment for me.
When you got the call, you were in the pool, right?
Yes.
It seemed like you were because some guys can maybe be a little tense waiting for that phone call to come, but it seemed like you kind of just went about your day as usual and stuff. Was that just because you wanted to try to take your mind off of it a little bit and keep things as normal as possible, or?
Yeah, I feel like it got to a point kind of where everybody was just kind of stressing and kind of unsure, and I just figured I got all my family, I got all my friends down there. We're here to celebrate, have fellowship together, and have a good time. So. I said, I was like, let's go in the pool, let's go have some fun, and whatever's meant to be, whatever God's plan is, it'll happen. So, got in the pool, had a good time, and then we got the call.
When you did get that call, what were just your emotions like when you saw Green Bay on your phone?
Yeah, I was super fired up, just the culture here and the history here in Green Bay and how they develop quarterbacks specifically. So just, known as Green Bay and, getting to share that moment with all my friends and family was something that was really special.
Michael, how do you view the opportunity ahead of you? Obviously they have a guy who's a starter, and the guy you're going to be competing with for backup is a friend of yours. How do you kind of view what you're walking into?
Just controlling what I can control, controlling my attitude and my effort and trying to get better every day, but also elevating all the people around me. And, whatever my role is here is fulfilling it to the best of my ability and, just taking it day by day.
How much have you gotten to catch up with Sean and Jordan so far?
I talked to Jordan for a minute. He was heading out of here yesterday, just said what's up, got to know him. But Sean and I have been in contact for, a little while now, and, got to talk to him earlier, so it was good.
How did that relationship start again with Sean?
I believe it actually first started at the Manning Passing Academy a couple years ago. And then, we've got like a group chat, just some other quarterbacks and other people that Sean and I have, stayed in touch.
What do you like about Jordan Love's game?
I think he just takes command of the offense. He's a heck of a ball player. The way he can, like I said, control the offense, his physical abilities, demanding from his teammates. He just looks composed, he looks calm, in control out there, so definitely a way that I want to resemble my game as well.
You guys are actually going to practice. What have the coaches told you about what they want you to do out there? I mean, you guys barely know, probably 5-6 plays, right?
Yeah, they definitely thrown some plays at us. So just, like I said, controlling the controllable. I feel like I've done my part so far in, putting the time forward to try to study and, master everything that we're doing. But go out there and, do what we're taught.
Trouble, little danger, they both crave when they put